Happening in Auburn athletics with your host Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham. Alongside Jeremy Jeffco, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics and maybe a little beyond. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Auburn gets a big win over Jacksonville State last night on the baseball diamond at Plainsman Park. Boy, the offense is red hot for Auburn. The hits keep coming. They win 19-1 in 7 innings last night. And Jacksonville State's not a bad baseball team. They were 31-22. But Auburn just continues to pound the ball. Andres Alvarez has a nice night as well. They'll take on Ole Miss on the road. Last night was the final game in Plainsman Park in the regular season. They'll go to Ole Miss this weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit, of course. But Auburn golf just absolutely dominating. The number one team in the country. They are 19 under. The next closest one in their regional is Texas A&M at 1 under. That is a wide margin.
Yeah, hard to make that one up.
Hard to make that one up. That is everybody else is even or over par. Auburn is 19 under. So we'll see about that as that continues on. You got the top 5 that has separated themselves. That they will move on to the next round, and certainly Auburn will be one of those. We'll talk about that. Auburn softball, they'll be in action on Friday down in Tallahassee, Florida, taking on South Florida in the game number 1. That softball regional, so we'll maybe preview that a little bit as well. Braves finally get to 500, 21-21. It's been a long, strange journey, but they finally got there.
You know, I think if you're a Braves fan, I mean, we don't suck. Okay,
right.
Let's start with that. I know when the 0-7 start, because we're Braves fans, and we're all like, oh my God, here we go. Tear it all down. Let's rebuild from scratch. It's, bulldoze Truist.
And Ronald hadn't played a game yet.
Yeah. But the 0-7 start still skews everything. But this is not a bad baseball team. And then as Strider, hopefully comes back healthy, Acuna hopefully comes back healthy, this team will get better if those two are at peak, right? So, the question is, the Braves are not a bad team. The question is, they're a pretty good team. The question is, are they a playoff team? I think so. Can they get better and improve to where at the end of the year they're an actual contender? That's the question. Mm-hmm. Well, and stay healthy.
And the other thing too is, it appears that the West has got some really, really good teams, and you can't count on a wild card at this point.
That's right.
So, you better not let the Mets run away with this.
That's right.
You better keep it in. Right now, that's fine. They're fine, 6.5 back. That's no problem.
Yeah,
but
the Braves are 7-3 in their last 10.
As good as the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants are, you better stay close. Let's just say that. Because the Phillies aren't going anywhere either.
No.
I
expect the Mets to go somewhere before the Phillies do.
Right. So we got that. Now, something happened yesterday that, we've been talking about. If you've listened to any of our content, and even from me and Brett and Randy going all the way back to Sportz Call.
Okay.
15 years ago, Pete Rose.
Oh.
And Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Among others.
Apparently off the banished, have no longer banished from baseball,
Right.
and apparently maybe eligible for the Hall of Fame.
Hence the term banned for life.
No longer, and Rob Manfred says, banned for life means when your life is over.
You know, and to me, I think
Does that
that's
make
fair.
sense? Okay.
And I think it's, it sets a precedent going forward. You know, that if somebody's banned for life, then they're not necessarily banned forever. They're banned for life. So, and I'm okay with it. Look,
I don't know. Where did you fall?
I would never would have put Pete Rose in while he was alive. No.
Okay.
I think what he did was beyond the pale. And look, Shoeless Joe, I've seen the movie 8 Men Out. I don't know how dramatized it is. 8 Men Out makes it look like he really didn't take part in it, and but.
Yeah.
He
took the money.
He took the money, and they threw the World Series, and yeah, you deserve to get banned for life. Pete was gambling on his own team. You deserve to get banned for life. So I never would have put him in while he was living. I'm okay with it now. I think I would always include even if you put him. There's no guarantee you're going to get in the Hall of Fame because the sports writers have to vote on that. And
Roger Clemens not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame.
That's right. And now Pete's a little different case because what Roger Clemens and what Barry Bonds were doing was actual on the field cheating, which is a different thing. At least I think that's how the writers view it.
Okay.
With Pete, maybe they go, okay,
Enough's enough.
enough's enough. I don't know that they'll do that, but I would always include that he was banned for life for betting on baseball. Shoeless Joe, same thing. I would always include banned for life for taking part in a gambling operation in the World Series.
To that point, I think I'm at the same. I used to be keep them all out, the steroid guys. Now I'm saying you got to put Barry Bonds in. You got to put Roger Clemens in. But I'm fine with putting asterisks by it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with saying, look, these guys were in the steroid area. They were accused of performance-enhancing, taking performance-enhancing drugs. Now, maybe they denied it. You that's got to be on the plaque somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but I'm fine. But you can't take away what they did as well. So, I mean, I think they all ought to go in, to be honest with you.
Well,
And I'm on record. I was on record as saying, years ago, I said, I think Pete Rose will go into the Hall of Fame within a year of his death.
Yeah.
And now, like you said, there's no guarantee. But you could see this coming a mile away.
Yeah, I just don't know. Baseball writers are funny. I mean, they'll keep guys out for various reasons. And each individual voter has their own reasons. But just in terms of accomplishment in the game, I would agree with you. Here's a question: If Barry Bonds came out tomorrow and said, "Look, yeah, I took a lot of performance enhancing drugs, but it wasn't." They weren't testing for it. It wasn't illegal. I wasn't doing anything wrong. The rules didn't say I couldn't. But I realized that I shouldn't have done that. Would the writers feel differently about him then?
I think he was kind of such a malcontent for most of his career and had such an adversarial relationship with the writers. I'm not even sure that would be good with him.
Look, Kenny Stabler paid that price for a long, long time, man. He was, known in his day not to be the friendliest dude to get along with.
Yeah.
And, when you treat people a certain way, sooner or later that's going to come back and haunt you.
That's true. Now, it's a good question. I think probably time does heal a lot of wounds. So it may be at this point, if Barry Bonds came out and said, look, okay, yes. Did my hat size go up, from 7 to an 8? Yes. Did my shoe size go from, a 10.5 to a 12? Yes. Did I take every steroid known to man? Yes. But I did it to try. I didn't do it to cheat the game. I did it to
try to
because
play
I
the
love
game the best way I could.
To play the best game. I think there could be a lot of people out there that say, okay, I'll do it. So I'm okay.
And like I said, there are certain things. I have a lot more sympathy for the performance enhancing users of that day. I have a lot more sympathy for them than I do for Shoeless Joe and Pete Rose, because I think what they did was worse.
Okay.
A guy using performance enhancing drugs in an era when it was not specifically banned by the league. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff that Barry was taking was on the banned list.
Well, we don't know for sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if we know what his cycle looked like.
The stuff that Mark McGuire was taking, some of it was not on
that kind of thing.
Not on the banned list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, and they've been around a long time. Look, when I was in high school in the 1980s, there was a well-known pharmacist one town over, where if you were a high school athlete and you wanted to get your hands on some, you could. It's just one of those things. But that has kind of changed now. There's so much testing that goes on that. But like I said, I'm a little more, I guess, softer on those guys than I am on the gamblers.
Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame by 2027.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's dangerous trying to read the writers' minds, but I think so.
I think so. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Just about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Sense of Green. For air that's cool and clean, call Sense of Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation, 334-487-3555. They are the carrier dealer. Russell Do-It Center, they got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center. And finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big, no job's too small. Commercial or residential, for all your needs, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. All right, JJ, also, just while we're bouncing around talking about national topics. This is probably the least surprising thing that's come out in the last several days. A 16-team college football playoff is gaining momentum.
I like it. I liked it. As you know, I'm not a fan of the whole big super conference thing. Although I think it's cool that Oklahoma and Texas are in the SEC, whatever. I still would rather have the Southwest Conference and the Pac-12 and the Big Ten and the ACC and the, SEC, and then go back to your regionalized conferences. Right. But, look, I'm also not that old guy that's going to stand out there and go, yell, get off my lawn, right? You got to get with the times, and this is where we are.
Doesn't seem to be we're going backwards.
I like the 16-team playoff. I don't know that I like the 3, 6, 4, 5 play-in stuff they're talking about, but
talking about maybe the initial was it 4 teams guaranteed spots for SEC, 4 teams for the Big Ten, I think
2 for the Big 12, 2 for the ACC,
and then 1 at large.
One for the Group of 5.
Group of 5,
and then 3 at large.
3 at large.
On the surface, it's not a bad. It's not a bad thing, I don't think. So I like that. My question is, because, Ross Dellinger previously reported that play-in games could become part of this, where the 3rd place team in the SEC plays the 6th place team and 4 plays 5, and the 2 winners get the 3 and 4 automatic bid, right? What does that do to the championship game? Do you still have a championship game? Is there going to be that too?
So that means
you're going to have championship weekend.
Is 1 and 2 is whoever makes the SEC title game? Both of those guaranteed for the 1 and 2 spot.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. So
doesn't it sound like that to you?
It does. So what's the point of?
What's the point of a championship game?
Yeah.
Right. The championship's won in the regular season. And there's discussions about the 9 team. All right, let me say this. The SEC is going to go to 9 conference games. They're going to.
You think so?
I know so.
You've been saying that for a while.
I know so.
Okay.
I know why they haven't also. Remember, was it last year or year before when they signed the big historic deal with ESPN? With, what is it, $10 billion? I don't know.
I think it's
$1
billion.
Whatever. Whatever it is. I think it's $1 billion a year for 10 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Why would I add an extra conference game? I know ESPN wants it because it's better television, right? Why would I add that if you're not offering to sweeten the deal? You're already paying me $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
Why am I going to add another tough game that helps you out? What does it do for me? What's in it for me? That's I think where the SEC is on this. And as soon as ESPN goes, fine, we'll put another 0.2 on there, then that'll happen.
What ESPN is apparently, changing their model now, and they're going to offer this, basically what we used to think about ESPN as an app that's, $30 a month.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so, and for SEC fans, it just in time for, hey, if you want all your SEC college football games, then, you got to pay this for I'm not even sure, in this day and age, I don't even know how all these these things work.
Yeah, it doesn't matter until it matters, right? You can keep driving the price, and you can keep, but in the Southeastern Conference, I realize it's not true everywhere in college football, but in the Southeastern Conference, I see full stadiums every Saturday. TV ratings for the college football playoff were the highest they've been in a long, long time. So until the consumer starts reacting, that'll continue to happen.
Right.
Especially, if we're going to pay that extra $200 million a year, let's put $30 on Joe Blow out there to watch the game.
And this 16-team playoff could start in 2026.
Yeah. I
mean, this could be pretty quick here.
Yeah.
This is not something that we're looking down, like way in the future. I think 2025 is the last year of the kind of this initial deal that they made. So, well, that's something to think about.
It is. It's like I said, the play-in stuff, and I know what they're doing. They're trying to. The conference championship games are going the way of the dinosaur, it appears, and they're trying to find something compelling to replace them.
You're right.
And so I get that on these play-in games. I would almost rather. Why not have that cross conference?
Well,
three in the SEC plays 6 in the Big Ten, and 4 plays 5.
That could be interesting.
Or mix the ACC and the Big 12 in there. Give them a chance for another.
Well, you said you're not a big fan of the essentially the mega conference of whatever.
I hate that it's
but
lost
are
its
we
regional.
headed that way?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I still. I think the Big 12's got a little life from a regional perspective, but
the Pac-12's resurrecting themselves.
Are they now?
Yeah.
Banana slugs.
I think Boise and several of they're gaining some
Group 5 kind of thing. Yeah. I do. I expect that you're going to get a
Oregon State and Washington State hanging on.
A Division I plus in the pretty near future.
Yeah. Up against the break, 256-234-6221, our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. More to come right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sense Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. We talked about that yesterday. Jackson Arnold is quarterback number 1 for Auburn. That was, Hugh Freeze kind of came out and said that. You know,
I think going into fall practice, basically, yeah, he'll be number 1.
I mean, I think he's essentially saying he's our guy.
Yeah.
From spring, he saw enough to say that I expect him to be the starter this year. Does that excite you? Does that just say, hey,
I think that's expected. I mean, that's what he was
That's
recruited
why you brought
for.
him in.
That's
you're paying him the money.
That's right.
As they say these days.
That's what he's. That's what he was brought in to be. So if he wasn't, like I said, then I would be concerned.
Yeah.
Because Plan A went off the rails. You know what I mean?
Right.
If Plan A goes off the rails, then you're at Plan B, and Plan B you never want to be at.
Well, I look at there are one or two ways to look at that. If Deuce Knight, it came off, and you said, "Wow, this guy's just so much better than we thought he was going to be."
That never happens.
Well, it happened. Well, it happened with Nick Marshall.
Well, yeah.
We brought him in and they said, "Oh, wow, this guy's." We didn't realize how great this guy could be. So it can happen, but
it can.
It rarely happens with true freshmen.
I was going to say, with an 18-year-old, 17-year-old true freshman, it's hard.
Yeah.
Go ask Arch Manning about that.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat out a 7th-round draft pick for 2 years.
That's true. That's true. I mentioned it with Auburn baseball winning last night, 19-1. They got Ole Miss this weekend. We're kind of coming down to cases here. The SEC tournament in Hoover. They're doing it a little different this year. All 16 teams make it.
Okay.
And it's single elimination. One and done. Used to, I think the first 2 rounds were single elimination. Then it was double, but. I like it this way. Just go ahead and if you lose, you're out. Let's get it over with.
Get it done.
Absolutely. You can kind of carry on. You got so much. You burn up pitching. You got some guys. Take a line drive off. Or whatever. Get hit by a pitch. You lose a guy for the playoffs. It's not worth it. So mentioned also Auburn golf, killing it, 19 under. There at the Auburn Club, doing tremendous things there. Women's softball, Auburn versus South Florida on Friday. Robert Morris versus the 5 seed, overall seed, Florida State. So Auburn, it seems like every time, I don't know what it is. It's like a magnet. If it's Auburn baseball, Auburn softball, if you get a regional, you go somewhere, it's going to be Tallahassee.
Yeah.
It's been like that for years and years and years. But Alabama hosting one. They are the 15 seed overall. So they'll be playing Jackson State, Belmont, and Virginia Tech in their bracket as well. So quite a few SEC locations in the hosting regionals, as you might imagine. College Station, Texas A&M, the number 1 team in the country. Oklahoma, number 2. Gainesville, number 3. Arkansas, number 4. Texas, number 6. Tennessee, number 7. South Carolina, number 8. LSU, number 10. And Alabama, number 15. But that's all.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Well, Kentucky's still in,
Oh, yeah.
Ole Miss is still in.
Ole Miss. I think every team in the SEC made it because Auburn was at the bottom.
Okay.
And they snuck in as a 2 seed.
Right.
And rightly so. Again, they had a really good second half, able to kind of turn things around. They started the season 0-12 in the SEC, and they won 4 out of the last 5 series.
That helps.
That's kind of, much like the Braves. But when you start a season and you're half of the year is over and you have not won a game, 0-12. How easy would it be just to pack things up and go on?
That'd be pretty easy.
Just say what are we doing?
Yeah.
But yet this team rallied together. They had the famous players-only meeting.
Oh, yeah.
And
gotta love those.
rarely those ever work out.
Yeah.
This one actually did for whatever reason. So able to put things together, pitching got a little better, the hitting got a little better. I guess everybody got a little bit more focused and able to kind of turn things around again. You look at the teams they played in the first half of the year, and they were a lot of those teams that I just mentioned, Texas A&M and Texas and Florida. So, I mean, we're talking about some of the best teams in the country. It's no wonder they were 0-12.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, all right, so when we come back, we'll talk about this Braves team finally getting to 500. It only took 42 games, but they finally got there. Break down a little bit their schedule when we come back. More to come right after these messages.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. I'd like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some great food in the Montgomery and Auburn area. Got great deals going on, got daily lunch specials. You can go to their website and check those out. That's steaksandwine.com, just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. Got tremendous deals, wide variety of wine, steaks, ribs, steak burgers, Kaneka burgers. If you hadn't tried the Kaneka burgers, I highly recommend them. But all the food is absolutely tremendous. Go and check them out. I think that's tonight.
And if you don't trust yourself, they'll cook it for you.
That's right. Absolutely. I think tonight they're having the wine tasting. The
nice.
Outlive what am I saying? The Outlive charity. So go in. I think maybe there some tickets are still available. There were as of yesterday. I don't know. I haven't checked, but go to their website and check that out. Absolutely a great, classy organization there. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Okay, the Braves now 21-21 after we had mentioned the aforementioned 0-7 start. 18-12 in their last 30 games. 12-8 in the last 20 games. 7-3 in the last 10 games.
A lot of one-run games,
yeah.
which I think is good. I think it kind of gets you battle tested.
Right.
Ronald Acuna hit a home run last night in
Ronald
his rehab
Acuna
start.
on assignment, rehab assignment. If he's in Gwinnett or something, I forget.
Steven Strider, we don't know if he's going to make a rehab start in the minors before he comes back.
This was a hamstring?
It was a hamstring. He pitched on April 16th, and some point in the game kind of strained his hamstring a little, so they've just been...
Is it me, or does he look more jacked this year?
Maybe.
I mean, I think this rehab that he did with the Tommy John, he looks like I wouldn't want to mess with him.
But I think if Steven Strider can live up to any of his immense potential, and Ronald Acuna returns to being close to the player he was before, then this team will be better when they're back than they are now. And who's to say they don't make a move at the deadline too? If they get themselves back in contention, which I still think they can. And we've been bitten by the injury bug so bad the last couple of years, and maybe this is the year that we can be healthy.
Pull the reins back on Ronald from running so much, stealing bases? Or do you turn him loose and say,
I mean, it's not quite like it used to be where the coaches send you. The players have things they look for now and to decide if they're going to go or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of that will be up to Ronald, I think. We'll probably find out how confident he is in that knee by how much he's running.
But do you tell him, put a bug in his ear and say, you don't have to steal every time. We're all right.
Well, I mean, I would certainly let him know, hey, if it's up to you, it's how you feel, man. I mean, it really is. Hopefully, they don't have him back in there if he's not 100% healthy in that knee. But you can be healthy in the knee and the confidence not be there.
How about Soroka starting for the Nationals?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he was still in baseball.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, Braves got the win, which I'm glad, but
yeah. But the Braves, we were talking during the break, man. You get the Nationals tonight with Elder. You get Smith-Shawver tomorrow. You got a real shot to sweep this thing.
How about Smith-Shawver, too?
Oh, he's good-looking pitcher. Yeah.
Pitching,
yeah. And like I said, it's good to see, like, homegrown young pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was John Sherholtz used to say, you don't buy aces, you grow aces. Of course, then he went out and bought Greg Maddux. So.
Yeah.
But,
Schwellenbach
looks really good.
Yeah. How's Fried doing? I didn't even pay attention.
He's been doing really well.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Yankees, but good for him.
So we get 2 more with the Nationals, and we go up to Boston for 3 with the Red Sox. Don't let that scare you too much. Red Sox are a 500 team, 4-6 in their last 10. So they're not, it's not.
That's not a bad division, though, either. So,
right.
It's not like it's chumps up there.
And then 3 on the road at the Nationals, who we already should have swept once. Didn't. Then the Padres come to Atlanta, at the Phillies, at home with the Red Sox.
So you got 3 out of the next 4 series are on the road. That's, that's not going to be easy, but.
The good news is you're not on the road at like L.A. and San Diego.
Yeah, again.
Like you were at the beginning of the season.
3 of those are at the Nationals, which, again, if you can take these 2 that coming up, that you want to take advantage of every opportunity against the Nationals.
Yeah, look, you're going to play 6 games on the road, 3 against the Red Sox, 3 against the Nationals. If you take 3, you're okay. If you take 4, you feel really good about it. And then, come back home, two series at home and 1 on the road. Again, 9 games. If you take 6, you feel great about that,
And that'll wrap up the month of May into the first day of June. My goodness. Where has the time gone? We're coming up on the end of May already in 2025. I think somehow this AI revolution is speeding up time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Do you use ChatGPT or Grok or any of those?
I just downloaded it the other day.
Okay.
Just to try it out. And, have you started using?
Oh, I love it, man.
What do you do with it?
Let's say that I'm looking for something pops in my head, right? For example, I told you the NFL schedules get released tonight, right? And I'm always curious to see how the win-loss totals that Vegas has change after the schedules are released. So I just looked up the win totals for each, Vegas win totals for each NFL team. I just typed in the ChatGPT, hey, Vegas win-loss totals for each NFL team, and boom, there they are.
There you go.
So
it's taking over the world, JJ.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Better buildings, better prices, better buildings of Columbus.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. So glad to see the sun today, Jay.
Yeah, warm out there, too.
Yeah, I'm sick of the rain. Hopefully we'll be done with it for a couple of days at least. On this day, it is May the 14th, 1972. I was not even born yet. But this, you can't make this up. Willie Mays, in his first game with the New York Mets, after 20 years with the Giants, he hit a game-winning home run against the Giants.
Say, hey, kid.
I mean, you know, that in Shea Stadium, they beat them 5-4. How about that? So
it's the difference between, like, there are a lot of great players in sports, and then there are legendary players. Legendary players do stuff like that.
That is true.
Legendary players win 6 Super Bowls in New England and go to Tampa and just win another one for the heck of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Just to prove.
Just to show that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1981, on this day, the Celtics defeated the Rockets 4-2 to win the NBA championship. And speaking of legends, Larry Legend was born.
Yeah.
They won their first championship with the Celtics.
The Rockets that year, now that was pre-Twin Towers. Because Olajuwon, I know it was before Ralph Sampson, but
Yeah.
I don't think Olajuwon came along until 84, right? Or 83?
I think that's right. Olajuwon played for the
Phi Slamma Jamma,
NCAA,
right?
yeah. And lost to NC State in 83.
Yeah.
That would have been a little bit later. So I wonder who was. That's a good question. Who was on those?
Yeah,
81
those
Rockets
teams.
teams. All right, happy birthday today, Earl Combs, a long-time shortstop with the Yankees. Played in 9 World Series. 9 times he was in the World Series. Dick Hauser was the manager of the 85 Royals when they won the championship. He was the manager of the Yankees in 77 and 78.
Okay.
And then apparently died at like 50, which used to seem old, but not so much anymore. Not sure what happened. He died in 1987 for some reason. Tony Perez, longtime infielder with the Big Red Machine. I wonder how he feels about.
That is a good question.
Because I think he was pretty good. He still had a pretty good relationship with Pete.
Yeah.
How does he feel about Pete now? George Lucas, born on this day, 1944.
Yeah, of course. Star Wars will forever,
Dude, I mean.
If you just did that and nothing else,
That's right. He created it, man, and it has been a phenomenon. Robert Zemeckis.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Castaway.
Yeah.
Several of them. He had some. I think Forrest Gump. Yeah.
He did.
1952. David Byrne.
Of the Talking Heads.
David Byrne. That's of the Talking Heads.
This marvelously weird band.
Psycho Killer.
Burning down
the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the
Life During Wartime.
founding member, lead singer, and songwriter.
Strange Cat.
Yep. 1952. David Byrne. Dennis Martinez, born on this day, 1955. El Presidente. Pitched for the Braves.
Yeah.
Mid 90s. I think he was on that Cleveland Indians team in '95 that the Braves beat, I believe. Big Van Vader.
I'm assuming that's a wrestler from the name.
You would assume correct.
Okay.
Big Van Vader, born on this day, 1957. Died in 2018. Tim Roth, born on this day.
Kind of a character actor, shows up in a lot of stuff. You don't really know who he is, but you see him a lot.
He was the guy bleeding out in Reservoir Dogs,
Okay.
the entire movie. If you're a Pulp Fiction fan, he was the Honey Bunny, the guy that robbed the restaurant at the beginning. He was in the Incredible Hulk. He was the bad guy. He became the creature. But he is a weird. He's a memorable guy.
Yeah.
But kind of a character actor. C.C. DeVille,
lead guitarist for Poison.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
1962. Susie Colbert.
ESPN, kind of a groundbreaking journalist in her field.
She is famous.
She's always going to be remembered in part as the girl that Joe Namath tried to make out with on television.
Joe Namath said, "I want to kiss you." And Ray, look, who could blame Joe? She's cute.
Yeah,
she's very cute.
Joe had a couple of drinks that night. You think?
Yeah, it was shortly after that Joe said, "I may have a problem.
Yeah.
I may need to do something about this." Tony Siragusa.
Big guy.
The Goose.
Yeah, the Goose.
No longer with us. Passed on in 2022. Kate Blanchett, lovely actress.
Yep.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button, as well as many others. Roy Halladay. You talk about a great pitcher.
Didn't know he died.
He died in a plane crash.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, really. 2017. It's been a while. And Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
Born on this day, 1989.
The 1981 Houston Rockets. They were the first team to make the NBA Finals with a losing record. They were 40-42 since 1959.
Wow.
Team included Mike Dunleavy,
Okay.
Calvin Garrett, Rudy Tomjanovich, Robert
Should've known
Reed, Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone. was on
Wow.
that team.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
Good wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk again soon.